Hello, 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 dorks. Good afternoon, how's it going? Hello, everyone. Welcome in. It's time for Unchowder. It's time for another Unchowder. It's time for more Dwarf Fortress, and this time, we got the fortress. This time we're starting in a fortress. How about that? We just concluded our adventure, our most recent adventure at the kind of middle of last stream, and then we got ourselves situated back in here, and now we're just back in fort mode. And most exciting of all, we got a migrant wave. We got a full-on migrant wave in addition to all of the new kobolds that we brought in from the world map. So we're at like the most populated. This is like the most populated that this fortress has ever been. We're at like 62 people, I think, and that's as many as we've had. So I'm hoping we can get some more migrants. I'm hoping we can get some more caravans in here. Haven't seen any caravans since we got back. But it's only been 2 seasons, I think. But yeah, I'm hoping that keeps going. And we're gonna find out, right? So that's exciting. We removed a lot of blind cave ogres from the goblin capital to our immediate west. I would love to send a squad out there to try and actually take over the capital proper. But it's gonna be a minute before we have the capacity to do that, I think. We're basically having to train our squads back up from scratch. And we've mostly run out of our experiment people. We have a handful of experiments left. There's not as many as there used to be. They are great in a squad. They're really, really good at killing things. But a lot of them just kind of... I mean, A, a lot of them died, and B, a lot of them have kind of wandered off. So I'm kind of wondering if the most recent Dwarf Fortress patch will encourage them to come back. But it's something that occurred before the patch happened, so I don't know that the patch is gonna like retroactively fix what happened. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. We're gonna play a video game and see what happens. Ogre Spiritual Emancipation Project. Yeah, there you go. They have been, their heads have been emancipated from their bodies. We decapitated a lot of ogres. Reg is at over 1,000 kills. Just by the way, Reg is at 1,000 kills, like almost 1,100 kills. So that's cool. Today's episode is brought to you by grass. Please go touch some. I know we're all gonna be stuck in here playing Silk Song for the weekend, right? Please go touch some grass. But also by all the viewers like you, clicking on the buttons, hanging out live, hanging out in the VODs, hanging out in Discord with us. Those are the blades of grass that I'm touching these days. That is the outside that I yearn to be in. So I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you keeping me company. And we're gonna do the thing. Freedom for ogre heads from their tyrannical bodies, yes. Exactly, see, you get it. We're just gonna come over here. I got it sitting right here. Required to walk pup 3 times daily. Yep, that'll do it. I've been like... We don't have space for a dog. But I kind of want a dog just for the sake of it forcing me to go outside. Here we are, we're at 62 people. We have quite a few happy faces. Like, we still have some grumpy faces here that I'm worried about. But like, all of our new people are quite happy, which I am taking as a good sign. I think we're also cleaning up our outside. We had a bunch of goblins when we were here last, and we never really cleaned up their mess. So now we're working on that. We also had a Kawadi run off with an artifact robe. I just remembered that. That was cool. But here's one of our friends. Here's Ura. How's Ura doing? I was close to a waterfall, very content. You're grabbing some clothing that was just left on the ground. Oh yeah, and we fixed that room. Our garbage room is no longer in the middle of a river. So that's nice at least. I'm kind of just letting them... Oh, we need cabinets and such in here too. These are our barracks quarters, or our squad quarters. We have bees going. Got bees going. We have depressed people. Let me put our chests and cabinets in here real quick. Actually, I'm gonna keep us going. And then we can use closest. I'll just get a chest. I know that we messed with the squads themselves as well, so I think I'm gonna have to go in and make sure that these are all assigned the way I want them to be. Yeah, that should be fine. And then cabinets. Doop-a-doop. Oh, and then this one down here. Totally missed that one. And then a chest for that last one. Cool. So now we have our one squad, right? We have Reg has this bedroom, and Imbo is here, and then Za is there, and then Mato was a goblin, right? Mato's that goblin that died. Pretty sure Mato is dead. So we're just gonna remove that one, and then Ura is still here. Rotom appears to be gone, and Nikom is still here. So I want to get the rest of this squad in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 3 more bedrooms. Can do like this, right? 1, 2, 3. No, 3. And then you're just gonna get Cyril. We have some dwarves and elves now. And then Ura has one, Za has one. Right? Za has one. Nikom has one, Imbo has one. Elay. That one. And then Solore. Both elves, I believe. And then Tun, our new dwarf friend. And Ast, also a dwarf friend. There's no kobolds in the squad. Our primary squad has no kobolds. That wasn't intentional, but there you go. Dwarf Poet is visiting. We have a lot of poets and a lot of prophets visiting. That's kind of been the theme. But how have you all been? How have things been? Things have been kind of quiet here. No kobold squad? Not yet. I think we're probably going to end up with one. But maybe the kobold squad is the one that stays here to defend, and this other squad is what we send out to attack. And experiments, we have a couple experiments. Like this primary squad here, we have 4. So 4 of the 10 are experiments still. We also have this squad, which is Tuco, who's kind of in timeout, and then Rico is kind of Tuco's keeper. And I want to say there's a couple others, like Ketas. I don't think Ketas is up to anything. Ketas is running around babbling. Quite a few of them have just gone mad. So I'm trying not to expect too much of them. But Ketas is just doing this forever now. There's Rico, the clan tactician. Imbo, Nikom, Dether. Dether is... What is Dether? Dether's our weaponsmith. Dether is our weaponsmith. Not very good at it yet, but getting better. Adequate weaponsmith. An adept armor smith. Spent the week hanging out with visiting girlfriend. Excellent. Sounds excellent. How are their relations since you left? About the same. I haven't noticed anything different as far as their moods and relationships go. No one's gotten married. Like, Dether is on friendly terms with one experiment and Reg. They don't seem to be making a lot of friends. And the meandering plague, yeah. So now we can look at Reg, right? Reg was a meanderer. I don't think he is anymore. If we watch Reg doing jobs, he walks as fast as anyone now. Used to be, here's our our silly aquifer room. That's where we keep the aquifer. But Reg is just going for it now. Used to be he was only moving at this speed when he was in combat, but now he actually just goes, like, get stuff done. Oh yeah, we brought back 73 beak dogs. Yeah, Dether, our hopes lie on you. Yeah, our most skilled weapon and armor smith, and not that good at it yet. So we're hoping that Dether gets better. Wild boar has given birth to a wild boar piglet. Excellent. So we have domesticated boars. We have domesticated boars. We got rid of all of the non-domesticated ones. So now we just have a breeding population of domesticated boars. That's just a thing we have now. We also have way too many beak dogs. But because they're all owned by Reg, we can't butcher them? That actually didn't occur to me. That actually didn't occur to me until just now. We can't butcher those beak dogs. We could set up unfortunate accidents for them, but we couldn't just butcher them. So we just have a bunch of beak dogs now. Hauler extraordinaire. He's probably the strongest one in this fortress, to be perfectly honest. The experiments are pretty big and strong, but like Reg is strong as a person, and then he died, and I think the zombification kind of made him better. So he might win the arm wrestling matches in this fortress. But yeah, but like beak dogs don't even stay in whatchamacallit, in pastures. Like I can't just keep them in a pasture. They just wander out. Send beak dogs into battle. Well, because they are, I guess they're pets. They're not assigned as war animals. I actually wonder how that's gonna work. So we noticed that if you have a squad and you have a war animal like a war dragon assigned to a person in that squad, when you send the squad out onto the world map, the war animal will follow them. But I don't know that pets work the same way. Pets and war animals kind of function differently from each other. Our doctor is talking to herself in the dining hall, as you might expect. And now it is spring. So we didn't get a winter migrant wave, I don't think. Though actually I don't know that we would. By default, you don't get winter migrant waves. I kind of assume that we would as kobolds because that's when our caravan shows up. Beak dogs get belly scritches, not battle scritches. That's fair. That's fair. That does mean we're just gonna have way too many of them, though. I'm trying to keep them away from the nest boxes. I'm trying to breed the dragons. These are all non-fertile eggs, so I'm not worried about it. I'm just gonna let them sit there. There's also a goose here. But like all these dragons, I want these dragons to be here. A lot of these aren't fertile as well, but okay. They'll give up eventually. There's two more fertile eggs. That's what jabberers are for? Jabberer versus beak dog? Black Mamba found dead. Oh, interesting. I think we just changed over the year, so I think that was an old age death. I think that snake just died of old age. Good defense beasts? I mean, maybe if we could keep them in one spot, we would have to like individually tie them to ropes. We'd have to put down like 70 ropes and tie them individually to ropes. Because like even in... Or like throw them in a pit or something. Because they don't just stay where you put them. Like if I put them in a pasture, they just walk out. So I don't quite know what to do it. Jabber wins hands down. Oh, okay. But beak dogs aren't small. Beak dogs are actually larger than I thought they were last time I looked. So a kobold is 1,000, a dwarf is 3,000. Beak dog is... That doesn't seem right. Gives its volume, but I don't think that's quite the same. Where's my list of creatures by size? Beak dog is 150,000, whatever number that is. Yeah, beak dogs are actually kind of large. Beak dogs are larger than I thought they would be. So adult size, yeah. Beak dogs are 150,000. And then jabber... 4.5 million. Okay, jabbers are definitely larger. Jabbers are like the size of an elephant. And beak dog is like the size of a deer. Just for reference. Hello, Lanix. A Wild Unshatter has returned. I have returned. I am back. I'm back in our fortress as well. Hooray, hooray, I'm back. How are you, Lanix? A beak dog is around the same size as a horse. Jabber is as big as elephants. Yep. Deer versus elephant is what I was seeing. So beak dogs are actually larger than, like, dwarves. I mean, beak dogs are larger than humans, right? Where's human? Humans 70,000. They have like twice the volume as a human. So they're actually kind of like, they might be the biggest things in this fortress. Because we got cave dragons, but most of them are young. And then Monitor Lizard Man is smaller. Monitor Lizard Man is 85,000. So technically beak dogs are bigger than reg. Technically beak dogs are bigger than reg, which I guess makes sense because he could ride one. He was actually riding one for a little bit. Doing well, been a good month, finally getting a lot of resolutions sorted out that have been nagging at me lately. Getting a lot of positive stuff. Cool. Getting resolutions done in August is better than most, I would say. Yeah, I hope that's going well. Oh, you're just hauling a book? You just got a book while you're here worshipping? More wild boars, piglets, more depression. What do we do about our mood? What do I do to make our depressed people not quite so depressed? Because we got a waterfall. We have a nice central waterfall set up here. But I don't think it hasn't just fixed everything on its own, you know? We have outdoor crops going here. We could fish more fish. I don't think we need more fish. Size of a tiger or a big wolf. Yeah. Ironically, so there's some... So like all the animal have animal people, right? When... It seems like when an animal becomes an animal person, they become more human-sized. So like animals that are smaller than a human, the animal person is bigger. But if the animal is bigger than a human, the animal person gets smaller. So Reg, the monitor lizard person, is smaller than a monitor lizard. I find that kind of interesting. And it seemed like that was kind of a pattern in what I was seeing. Let's check the surface. I'm trying to get them to clean all this junk up, which is great because they have to go out into the elf blood rain to do so. I was caught in freakish weather. How disgusting. You're going for these boots. Excellent. I kind of wish they would grab... I guess what stockpile are we bringing this stuff to? Maybe we need some wheelbarrows in that stockpile. I don't know if they'll actually do that. Also, where's your breastplate? Where's your breastplate? Not to mention your steel mail shirt. I could have sworn we had steel mail shirts to go around. Okay, so you put it here. Can you have wheelbarrows? You should have wheelbarrows. Do you actually have wheelbarrows? Maybe we just need to make some more wheelbarrows. Let's make some more wheelbarrows. Let's do like 20 wheelbarrows. Why not? I'm sure we could use them in most places. Not too worried about that one. This one, I think this one would love to have some. Because any clothing that we get that's still usable is going to end up here. And our silly scepter stockpile. Because I want to say our clan leader keeps prohibiting the export of scepters, if memory serves. Bucklers. Crossbows, bucklers. Maybe it's not you. Prefers consuming purring maggot and carrot wine. Okay. Another dwarf scholar is visiting. Why is there a toga here? Togas don't belong here. Seeds don't belong here. What? See, empty bags are fine. Seed bags should not be here. That's okay. Okay. Because I can do... Because there's bags. But like empty bags aren't their own thing. I thought there was like an empty bag. Strange. I love it when my food quivers and purrs. Please no. Please no. What do you think a purring maggot tastes like? I don't think I've ever seen anyone who has a preference for purring maggots. I'm also not sure I've actually seen one in-game before. Type of cave-living vermin notable for being the only underground source of milk, known as dwarven milk. Can be trapped with animal traps. They are hateable vermin and will inspire an unhappy thought in dwarves that detest them. Some dwarves like purring maggots for their comforting whirs. Yeah, what would they taste like? Gotta be nutty flavored? Yeah. They gotta be maggoty tasting in some way, right? Besmar? Which one's Besmar? Oh, you're not here. You're here. You are a scholar. Come to pray at the dead sanctuary and seeking work as a scholar. Legendary mechanic. Oh, interesting. Sure. Grandmaster optics engineer. Professional fluid engineer. Okay. Yeah, go write some books. Go write some books in our library. Library should still be functional. There should be a bunch of scrolls in here. A bunch of blank scrolls. Perfect. You're here reading. You're here reading. We need like a second scribe. Our fisher is our scribe. We have one elf philosopher and a dwarf sage. And then one kobold just copying everything down. We have all these dragons. So we do have dragon. We do have several that are war trained. We have a couple that are pets. We also have several. These named ones, I want to say these are the ones that came with us originally. These are gonna be the old ones. There we go. Pet of somebody. Who was your pet? I thought these were 18 children. I thought they were Reg's pets, but maybe not. But I don't think we actually have an animal trainer at the moment. We have all these need to be war trained. All these need to be war trained. But I don't know that we have anyone good at that. We have Laura, the adequate animal trainer. I think that's who we've been trying to train up. So I guess keep at it. I'm just gonna say all these ones, they're gonna get their war training. Do I need to? If I have animal training restricted to one person, I don't know that I need to assign it like this, but I'm going to just in case. This will keep Laura busy for a little bit. I kind of wish we could, like, fast forward 100 years. I wonder... Because there is a DF hack thing that lets you change, like when you retire or like start an adventure or do anything that goes between modes, I guess. You have like 2 weeks that pass. There's a DF hack thing that allows you to change how long that is. What is that called? Set time skip duration. I wonder if you could just have it be like 100 years. Does it say that there's a max? I mean, this implies 2 years is okay. How old does a dragon need to be before it's like a force to be reckoned with in like world map fighting. Because last I was looking at the cave dragon wiki page, it kind of said how big they are when they are born and how big their maximum size is, but nothing about like in between. I assume it's kind of a linear thing. Do they just grow linearly? I don't know if are these even things that people have questions for? Cancel store item despairing. Okay. Who is that? It's you. Caught in freakish weather. I despair at this. Despair when caught in freakish weather. Yeah, okay. Well, if you just do it quickly, you won't be out in freakish weather for very long. I want them to have wheelbarrows. Yeah, you're just hauling a single gauntlet, a pile of arrows. What were you doing? That was weird. Yeah. None of them like this. No one likes going outside. And you're just, yeah, just one at a time. Also want to keep an eye on our equipment here. This is actually rather good. I would love for our two dwarves down here to get this figured out, because I think I made some more stuff for them. I'd love for them to all get it all figured out. That's too much blood. There's just too much blood in the sky. Who cares what they think? See, you didn't really, like, you were annoyed being caught in the rain. Did the freakish rain stop? Or do you just not care? You're just storing, see, you are hauling a bunch of stuff. See, what determines how much you can carry? You don't have a wheelbarrow, you're just carrying a bunch of stuff. Okay. There's still so much junk out here. But see, you're just hauling one thing. Well, I'll leave them to it. I guess I kind of want some wheelbarrows here too. There's definitely things ending up here. Is this... Does Reg has an instrument in his bedroom? And just a saguaro fruit? Oh, and that aluminum statue! We stole an aluminum statue from a tomb in this most recent adventure. Do you want wheelbarrows? This is just like... This is corpses and junk. I think this is like invaders specifically, like goblins and that sort of thing. We actually have a couple llamas. We have 2 male llamas. And here's where our boars live. Really likes Reg's curio shelf. Yeah, there you go. There's some fish there for animal training. This is literally just a room with aquifer that we smoothed so that this wasn't leaking anymore. Which worked, like this is no longer leaking, so that's great. Just random goblin stuff there. Maybe some wheelbarrows here as well. I have no idea if that's even useful. So we've cleaned all the fish that we've caught. There's some seeds there. We're growing some things. That's our food stockpile. This is all our fish. We clearly have plenty of fish still. We're also working on honeycomb. I think we finished smoothing all of our bedrooms. It might be time to start engraving bedrooms. Might be time to start engraving bedrooms. I'm trying to think, just taking a glance and seeing if there's any more stockpiles that should have some wheelbarrows. I guess I'll do one in these. And then like here, you do have some, okay. And then like there. Oh, and then the gems. Gem stockpiles to definitely get some. And there's wheelbarrows there. Should be some wheelbarrows here. But these should all be encrusted, right? I think we've encrusted all of our stuff. So we should just place some more. And all the big dogs. All the big dogs hanging out in the shrines. Because why wouldn't they? Sure. And then these all should have wheelbarrows. These all have wheelbarrows. This one's what? Is this like platinum? That's platinum. And then we have gold over here. And then these are bars. Bars should definitely have some. This is our soap making. Do we, how are we at soap? We have some soap. We have some Black Mamba soap. That seems to last a little while, so I'm not going to worry about it. This is our kiln output. We could do more kiln stuff. Could make more porcelain statues. This is all our cloth stuff. This is like our treasure pile, right? We got coins and large gems and a wheelbarrow. This is all our pigtails. We have so many pigtails. We don't need that many pigtails. So we're using it for cloth, right? I mean, we got a bunch of cloth sitting here still. Maybe we just need to be using our cloth. Which unfortunately we didn't find any dye. We've gone on several adventures and not managed to find any dye, and no one's brought any to trade with us. I'm gonna say like cloth togas, cloth shoes, cloth skirts, cloth caps, and I'm gonna say that we're probably gonna get more migrant waves, right? I mean, I guess I don't want to curse it, but maybe to encourage that to happen, I'm gonna make a bunch of clothing in kobold sizes. But then we should also do like dwarf sizes. So let's do dwarf toga, cloth skirt, cloth shoes, and cloth caps. Maybe we'll do 20 of those, since apparently we have the cloth to spare. But then these are gonna be dwarf size. Oh, That'll use some of it at least. We got a whole bunch of black mamba eggs sitting here. We will never be wanting of eggs. We will never be out of eggs. And that's like the bottom of the fortress. Wow. Sibrick is discussing the crankshaft. I wrote stability the easy way. That was satisfying. Interesting. Oh, and Zaz. So Sibrick's been with us for a little while, but Zaz is like a poet that came to us from Leopardbends. And then Sibrick, her father, came here to like become a sage. And then another dwarf is his apprentice. There's also there's like an elf, I forget who it was. It is Wedges. There's an elf here who has 2 kobold apprentices now. And that's happened like since they've been here. Hey, look. Reg is making a scroll. He didn't feel anything. I want to see him break level 100 fighter. I like how he's good at organizing and hitting things and nothing else. Always good at tracking. He's a level 39 tracker. And concentrating, I guess. Okay, I'm curious how we're doing on labor. We have a meeting going on. We have discussion, eating, drinking, listening to a story, making the clothes we just said, no job, praying, reading, sleeping, and then everyone else is storing stuff in a barrel, which is probably all the stuff that's, I'm gonna say on the surface, but where are you going? Why are we moving? Are we moving to here or from here? Okay. I didn't think there was anything to move in either direction from here. We just have these blocks on hand for mining down. This is the very top of our magma. A boy have hatched. Excellent. Kobolds are now quite knowledgeable cave dragon trainers. Perfect. Perfect. And now there's no one else down here? Like, what are you... Like a cap. We found a cap somewhere. Okay. Okay. Well, there's much less junk up here now. Did we actually clear everything out? Did we actually clean all this up? That's fantastic. Okay, so now you're here to train, right? Combat training. Yep, there's Reg. I put weapon racks in here, but I don't think they're actually using them. I don't know what to do to make them actually use the weapon racks. But I also have their uniform is set for them to keep their stuff on their person when they're not on duty. So I wonder if that's the difference. I wonder if they take their stuff if they undo their uniform when they're off duty, if they put it on weapon racks. Excellent. I'm seeing more dragons being hatched. Yeah. 4 more dragons. And And then, like, how old are these? These, like, you're 1 year old. You're 2 years old. I just want to fast forward them. I just want, like, a bunch of 50-year-old dragons. Are we done with migrant waves? Are we already done? Did we just get the one migrant wave and then nothing else is gonna happen? Look at all the dragons. And you're following Laura. Because this is our training zone, right? Pretty sure that's our training zone. Still have a random tree frog around. We were trying to catch pets at one point, but I don't think it really worked. Let's look at engraving. We have one legendary and one expert engraver. So I'm gonna say that they're gonna start engraving all the bedrooms. I want everyone to have a really nice bedroom. Plus all the hallways. I mean, we're just gonna engrave this whole thing, right? This fortress is so much smaller. Partly because we've just had no population this whole time. But like our physical fortress is just so much smaller than Leopardbends. There's not really a reason why we can't just engrave the whole thing at this point. Definitely the nobles' quarters. That'll make everyone happy, right? I mean, we're pretty happy. That's pretty good, but I think it should be better. I think it can be better. Oh, and you didn't get furniture. You didn't get cabinets. It's like, why is there stuff on the ground here? Totally skipped your cabinets. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then all this up here. I really like our bedrooms. I really like the aesthetic that we've developed here. But the bedrooms in particular make me really happy. I don't know that I'm gonna do anything, like, I don't know that I'm gonna ever go back to the way I did it before. And then no bedrooms on this floor, right? Yeah, that's all the bedrooms. Wow. Beak dogs still don't have fertile eggs, right? I guess if we do end up with some beak dogs, those are gonna be the ones we slaughter. More dragons. 2 depressed. 2 depressed to work. Okay, so this fortress has kind of settled, right? We got the basics taken care of. I guess I would like to start training. Should we start a kobold squad? Are we caught up on work enough that we should make a kobold squad? But also, like, what's our next project? Do we primarily focus on, like, the military goals were kind of my intent for this fortress. But I don't think that's going to take all of our attention. So what else should we be working on here? I don't know if we want to start like a construction project. I don't want to do a whole lot above ground. I don't want to send people up to the surface to do a construction project because of the rain. So anything we do is going to be underground. Here's our relay. Are you the one with the... Oh, you just have passing acquaintances. We have a bunch of exploratory tunnels down here. We have our caves. We have our cave planting. We've run out of seeds. I assume it's like lavish meal. So we have over 2,000 prepared meals. And over 2,000 drinks. Which seems like plenty. Spires that can only be accessed from underground, built from the bottom up. You could do that, but you still have to, like... Someone still has to be in the rain to put up the roof, right? I don't think they could be... I don't think they could be covered the whole time. Or we could do... What if we built... What if we built in our canyon? We've already done some building in our canyon. These are functional things, right? But what if we had... Yeah, the rain. The rain is my main concern. You could dig out a space, like a vertical space, right? Dig out a vertical shaft adjacent to the canyon, build something in this space, and then dig out this wall, and then you would just channel out the ceiling, essentially. So you'd like expand the canyon and have things built into the walls of the canyon. That'd be kind of cool. It would serve no purpose. It would literally just look cool. And obviously we can build something fully underground, right? If oh, this is a prophet. It's like, why are you outside now? But you're a visitor. We could just build in the caves for that matter. We could just pick a spot in here and build a structure in here and just never deal with the surface. This is our tree farm. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. We have a tree farm in here. I think we're good on wood at the moment, but we don't even have to go to the surface to cut trees anymore. Big temple complex. I've gotten myself into so many big temple projects in every fortress. A temple to what? I mean, I guess we do worship a river god and we're on a river. We're on a confluence of two different rivers. I guess that makes sense. Do we make a giant serpent of baths? Youth Center of Learning / temple complex. It's a thing we could do. I'm trying to think of how that would work. Prophecy? How? Lots of prophets coming in. We have so many prophets. I'm kind of disturbed at the number of prophets. But none... I don't know if they keep the name prophet when they stay here. There are 4 prophets here right now. The temptation for me... The temptation would be to, like, make a giant lungfish. But I don't know how to, like, 3D sculpt something like that in pixel art, right? Someone give me a 3D voxel design of a lungfish that I can build. Because we could do a floor, right? I know people frequently do just like a 2D shape. It's one room, and then viewed from above, it looks like a thing, right? We could do that. We could have just a big room that looked like a lungfish, but it wouldn't be a structure. It'd just be a funky shaped room. Or what if it's something more abstract, more geometric, but it like somehow represents a river? If you were building something out of stone or metal or whatever, how would you depict a river in stone? I mean, they're all socializing. Maybe I should just let them socialize for a while. Get their mood back up. Imbo is meditating on mountains. Oh, are you... You're the one that can't stand? I forgot that Imbo can't stand. I don't know who I would replace you with. I like having these experiments in the squad. They're really good. I don't want any of these people in the squad either. The other thing that we can work on is down here, right? You're like a scholar. We could go for our candy, right? All our gems and candy down here. How did we expose? I swear we exposed the magma sea. Where did we do that? Hmm. Oh, this is where we found it. Okay. So what if I do... I'm gonna remove that. And that's gonna re-show the magma sea. Just for some context. This is so far down. It takes so long for people to get down here. There you go. Except nothing happened. Okay. That's cool. Why didn't that do anything? You removed the floor but didn't look in the hole. You were grabbing granite. Okay, cool. Sure. I guess. I'm trying to think of what would be cool to make. I like the idea of depicting a river or something river related. That's definitely the most significant thing to our culture, is the Serpent of Baths. No, we are the Serpent of Baths. The boats of paddling is the lungfish god. So you're just gonna floor it in, and then you're not gonna reveal anything. That's so weird. I don't know how that works. I'm pretty sure all of these tiles are magma, right? You just lose all that information. I lost all the information about what was down here. And it just doesn't... That's so weird. I don't know what to make of that. Just says open space. Like, it knows there's magma down there. Oh, and just digging willy-nilly is gonna be very dangerous. I don't want to just... I don't want to risk everything because I'm bored. I want to do it for a reason, you know? I'm curious about our squad's equipment. Wow, look at all that. Okay, these last two dwarves are missing steel greaves. So you say you have a breastplate assigned, but you're not wearing it. I'm gonna say let's just do another pair of steel greaves. Just gonna do 2 of them. They'll be sized for dwarves. All that good. Hello, hi. Since Steam release, you cannot see what's behind created walls. Was that a confusion? Listening, not watching. If you want to draw, you could use flooring. Oh yeah, so those were 2 different questions. For drawing, you can use flooring. Yes, absolutely. The confusion here is that we previously in this fortress we went down to the magma sea and found the very top of a pillar and revealed some of the little magma pools, but then didn't do anything else with it. We just covered up the magma pools with some flooring to be safe. But then we retired the fortress and went on an adventure, and then came back and reactivated the fortress. But now that we're back, we don't see the magma sea anymore. Like our vision has been reset to what is currently visible, or what was currently visible when we reactivated the fortress. Because now what I was just doing was I was trying to remove the flooring that's over the magma sea so that I could re-reveal the magma sea, but it didn't re-reveal. I could see that there's magma from above, but if you go down to that level, there's no magma revealed at all. Which is very strange. It makes that very, very dangerous now. Because we used to know where the magma was, but now we don't. We see our warm tiles, but we don't see, like, what's warm on the floor below. We're pressing more sheets. Clearly we're writing books because our paper-making jobs keep reactivating. Copy, A World of the Phases. Interesting. There's just so many there's so many books around. The Truth About Reasoning. Reactivating reveals a lot and keeps stuff hidden that was closed off. Which makes sense, right? Like, I understand it being hidden when we come back, but the fact that I can't reveal it at all now? Maybe if we... where... Do I not have a spot for my caves here? Or for my gem wall? F6. I just want to go there. No? Or it's down 1. So like here, what if I'm just gonna make a new channel. I'm gonna dig a new hole. That should reveal the magma sea, right? Right. In theory, someone's gonna be starting to press pigtail into globs. Mash plant into slurry. Sheets less than 20. So we have a job that wants to turn slurry into sheets. Oh, I see. Can I just tell you to recheck? Gonna take someone a minute to get down here to actually mine the floor. There we are. Oh, and then that discovered the magma sea. Weird, 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 weird. Oh, and we got migrants! We actually got a migrant wave. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, our second migrant wave in 2 years. That is tremendous. They're just gonna despair immediately getting on the map. This is a rusty novice furnace operator. Ilk is a High Master Cook. Hello, lurkers. Hello, hello. Are you my migrant wave of lurkers? Legendary carpenter, legendary organizer. Are you? Yeah, you were a guard. You were a guard in Leopardbends. You're a legendary fighter. Oh my god. Hey, look, it's our new squad leader. Okay, remember Zora. Zora's gonna do some stuff for us. So you're not good at combat. You are terrible at combat. And then Orkana. Oh, that's a name. Are you the one I'm thinking of? Your husband is here. You are from the Ferocity of Buckling, which is Leopardbends. Former guard, former member. So are you... You're a middling fighter. But you were in our guard. And your spouse is here. You migrated to where your husband is. Okay, cool. That's great. That's good. That's good, that's good. Shomuk? Oh, and then you're the spouse. Okay. A married couple just moved here. And you are not combat-y. And another one. Are we gonna break 70? Legendary bone carver. Legendary fighter. Shock. I remember Shock. Okay, I think we just need to make this squad now while I have all these people sitting here. I'm gonna make this legendary fighter, Zora. Zora's gonna be our squad leader. Right? Level 49 fighter. That's some... And level 19 teacher. That's some squad leader stuff right there. Like, why are these two are guard captains? I don't know why. I think they were for squads that are no longer squads? I just leave vacant, leave vacant? And then I'm gonna say that this squad, this guard captain is gonna be Zora. It says no relevant skills, but I don't believe you. I don't know why teacher isn't a relevant skill for being a squad leader. Because you are a legendary teacher. Whatever, that's fine. New squad. Zora's squad. You're gonna get the steel replace uniform. Right? Spoons of Confusion. Our new squad is named the Spoons of Confusion. I guess this is fine. And then you, so you are not combat-y. I'm just gonna look at them all again. You are not. There's Zora. Orkana is, no, Orkana's not. Is Orkana the one that was our adventurer? Or was that Orc? I don't recall. I don't think this was our adventure. So you're not going in the squad, but Shomuk is not, but Shock is. Shock. Jeez, their last names. Zachrazek Lessy. Shock goes in the squad. And here's Shomuk. Has 0 combat experience total, but you're a legendary diagnostician. Oh. It's you. Oh dear. So this one's a necromancer. And this is a particularly mysterious kobold, because we were not present or aware of her becoming a necromancer. I don't actually know how it happened. Yeah. Oh, you are very knowledgeable. Oh, you are very knowledgeable. 0 combat experience. That is so interesting. Legendary student, legendary reader. So I want to say, so either this is someone who was in Leopardbends and then we went on an adventure and came back and she had become a necromancer while we were gone, which I suppose is possible, right? Because we had Shem kind of wandering around at that point. She could have just learned it from Shem, but it's not something that we saw happen. Creature of the Old Lord, no joke. Oh, and she's Shock's husband. Interesting. Interesting. Orkana's the one that was in a squad but isn't very good. You have no health problems? Maybe I'll toss you in too. You're not bad at it. So Dr. Necromancer is a heck of a combination. Also, I'm immediately putting your spouse in the military. Sounds like a bad idea. I'm not gonna make her her male wife. The necromancer's a she, and she has a husband. It's an actual straight couple. It gotta happen every once in a while. And that they're like the only ones. They have a nephew here. They don't know anyone else. I'm not gonna make Shomuk our lead doctor. I'm gonna say that our other mad doctor is still our primary doctor. But I am gonna say that Shomuk is in here. I'm gonna say the necromancer is one of the doctors. Yeah. That's what we're doing. The other thing that we could do is make her a scholar. I don't think you can be a doctor and a scholar. She can definitely still spend time in the library, but she wouldn't be assigned to the library if she's assigned to the hospital. Is that everyone? Oh, there's a KV pup. Someone's pet KV pup. And just a random slug. And a duckling. I think that's everyone, but that's 70. We broke 70 people. This is the most people we've had here. This is the most people we've had here. Okay, so we've re-revealed the magma sea to an extent. I am gonna put this floor back. Could use a dedicated scholar for the library. We have 3 of them. We have 3 dedicated scholars and 1 dedicated scribe. Dorklurk, chocolate eaten. Ooh, chocolate. We made a or by we, my partner made a chocolate cake. So we have chocolate cake. Where's our library? So we have 2 dedicated scholars. A dwarf sage and an elf philosopher. I thought I just designated a 3rd. It don't matter. But we could put our necromancer as a scholar. Plenty of other people that could be a scholar as well. Maybe they could be good as a scholar. Do we prefer them to be dedicated as a scholar or dedicated as a doctor? Because I don't think you can do both. So if I say scholar, if I say Shomuk is a scholar, and go back up to the hospital, no longer a doctor. So it's one or the other. I'm gonna say scholar. Maybe scholar is good. We haven't had very many injuries. The downside? Doctor would be safer. Doctor would be safer. So one thing that can happen, and this is a possibility whether or not she's assigned as a scholar or not. She could just decide to write a book containing the secrets of life and death. And then that would just be a book that's in our library that people could read. Which would not be inherently bad, but could become bad. Ponder the nervous system. Our necromancer is in here pondering the nervous system. No one worry. No one be worried. We need to keep an eye on this one. I think we need to keep an eye on this one. Did you get equipment figured out? You got some equipment. Let's make sure. I want you to get your pants figured out. Oh, one of you did. Spoons of Confusion is definitely the best name. Yeah, here we go again. Yeah. I mean, we know that death and necromancy has been the theme of this story, right? It's kind of just keeping us on book. I think we're just gonna let that be. And if something terrible happens, it's going to be for very interesting reasons. The fact that she just migrated here of her own free will. There are probably still a couple of wild necromancers out in the world. Like, I don't think we've eliminated necromancy entirely. We have all the slabs. We know where all the slabs are, and no one can reach those. So now any new necromancers that are created in this world happen because that information is transmitted directly from another necromancer, or from a necromancer into a book, and then book to another necromancer. That is currently the only way you could get new necromancers in this world. So we could find ourselves in a situation where we kind of got necromancy under control, and then this curious little kobold wanders into an evil forest with a nice library and writes down something she shouldn't. Visiting human hammerman. It's possible that that becomes a thing. And there's not a lot I could do about it. Like, I could kick out the necromancer, but that seems very off-brand for us. I think we just need to keep an eye on her. Love the idea that we have diminishing power. Right. I mean, that's kind of what I want, right? I kind of want this story to be these kobolds fighting against death and evilness, and then slowly maybe getting it under control, and then maybe something terrible happens. Want to make a new undead army right here in the evil forest. Yeah. It might happen whether we want it or not. See, now here, Bone Carver punches the animal caretaker. Combining necromancy and tantruming people. So you are throwing a tantrum, but you're also seriously injured. So the haggard person is Zossi the Bone Carver. Bone Carver punches the animal caretaker. Yup. I started a fist fight. There is no need for celebration. Yeah, just stop. Bone Carver charges at the animal caretaker. Bone Carver struggles in vain against the grip of the animal caretaker's arm on the Bone Carver's crown. Bone Carver falls over. But animal caretaker punches in the foot, bruising the muscle. So you started a fight, but now you're the injured one. Good job. Are you being hauled? Yeah, here you go. Elf is hauling you to the hospital. Thought kobolds had 0 language skills. Oh yeah, it's a mod. We're playing a mod. It's specifically a mod that adds kobolds as a playable race. So one interesting side effect of that is that the typical world gen kobolds like you get in normal vanilla Dwarf Fortress, they still exist, but they're like distinct from us. So they are still living in caves. You can go, we visited them a couple times. But then these are like an offshoot. They even have their own art. They visually look different. So I've been, I don't know, role-playing as these are like descendants of the wild kobolds who kind of taken after the dwarves and started making more proper fortresses and learned to read and stuff. But they're still kobolds. Like, based on their behavior, they're still kobolds. The high kobolds, yeah, let's not... They probably think of themselves that way. These are the civilized kobolds. But they generally like to party. They love a good trap. They love scheming, just as a culture. And that's been interesting. They're weird little dudes. And they're smaller than dwarves. In the early days of our other fortress, that was kind of what we were dealing with, was a random dwarf would just wander in and have a tantrum and just like murder a kobold. So for a while, we just like banned dwarves from our fortress. But these dwarves seem cool. The ones in here have been okay so far. Love them? I love them. I love our kobolds. We're slowly working on detailing our walls. Yep, okay, so they're working on it. You're also harvesting plants. I want you to... You are locked to mining and engraving and nothing else, so I don't know why you're going to harvest plants. I also don't know why we need more pigtail. We have so much pigtail. We have so much pigtail. I think I'm going to turn off pigtail farming for the moment. It's going to be a bit before we need more. And these are just... Yep, okay. Sadly, dwarf on kobold discrimination persists in many corners of the world. It's true. I think they're coexisting pretty well here. At least so far. You gonna figure it out? Just put on your pants. Put on your pants, ass. Like, I made more steel greaves. Because we have steel, right? We have 120 steel bars sitting here. The spoons of confusion. The Born Mahogany House has many members and now requires a guild hall. This is a farmer's guild. Oh, we finally have a farmer's guild. Okay. Where do we put that? That could go... Could go in a lot of places. We could go like back here. Like up here. Or this. We dug a room and then didn't need anything for it, so it's just gonna be this room. Let's just smooth all this. And plop in some doors. Also vote for expanding the canyon. Okay. Let's think of something cool we can do with that. Clearly they have some downtime if they can all just show up and smooth this real quick. New guild hall for the farmers. Somewhere. Farmer hall. Wow, that was quick. They can do that pretty quickly when they actually all focus on it. And it is a guild hall. I mean, did that satisfy them? I suppose that did. Guild hall has been satisfied. Perfect. Cool. I am going to run to the restroom real quick. You all can spectate. I am back. Nothing exploded while I was gone. We have a full-grown cavy boar. Hooray! And we're engraving and making paper and making totems. Okay. So good things are happening. Were you sunk into depression? You're just here with a crate? Or what? What? That was weird. I'll ignore that. One thing that we could maybe do. So of course we use this space directly adjacent to our waterfall for a couple different structures, but there are several floors down here where there's space here. What if it was like, oh look, more combat. Experiment fighting a beak dog. Why? Tuco. Oh, it's because it's Tuco. Is Tuco... That's Tuco. Okay. We know about Tuco. Unfortunately. Starting fist fight. A raid? Oh, look, it's a raid. Hello, hello. Hello, Mika. We're following a problem child. How's it going? What were you or no, I saw what you were doing. What did I... hi, JM. Here, let's do this. Shout out. Blam. You were doing sports college football. Interesting. EA Sports. Neat. How does that compare to Football Manager? How's it going? Feel free to run off if you need to. But we're here playing Dwarf Fortress. Surprise, surprise. We have some experiments. We have some zombies. We had a necromancer show up. We now have a necromancer in this fortress, and that wasn't on purpose. But we got migrants. This is we got 70 people here. This is the highest number of people we've had in this fortress total ever. I don't know, exciting things are happening. Hello, how's the dwarfing is going? College football's fun. Tonight I tried Farm Simulator for the first time. Excellent. Not a great farmer, apparently. I don't think I've tried the farmer one. I know I'm aware of like Tractor Simulator or whatever, but I don't think I've ever tried the farming simulator. Is it good? Is it fun? Even if you aren't good at it? On imposter checks. I'm very bad at posture. We are here. We have, this is like our little surface structure. We have our monitor lizard man zombie leading a squad of necromancer experiments in military training. Reg is inching up towards level 100 fighter, which is just absurd in this game. You become legendary at something at like 15. I think 15 is when you are like become legendary, and then he's just leveled up another 80 times. And he's got over 1,000 kills at this point. 400 notable kills and then 600 others. He's absurd. He's just absurd. But we have like there's necromancer experiments, throwing tantrums, and attacking the beak dogs. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine here. I think it's fun, but I'm still too bad at it. I mostly use my chainsaw to cut down trees. That's fair. That's always the first step, right? Gotta punch those trees. Didn't do any proper farming. I think that counts as proper farming. Chainsaw farming. You harvested your tree crop. Can a doctor have an apprentice? Can they then teach things other than doctoring, something like necromancy? I don't know. The apprentice thing is strange to me. This fortress and our previous fortress is the only time I've seen a fortress dweller take an apprentice during gameplay. The only other times I've seen people have master-student relationships is like World Gen or World Gen fortresses. So the fact that it's happening at all in our fortress is kind of mysterious to me to start with. Leave them alone. Leave who alone? The experiments? Training more doctors. Right, so they can train skills. So we could make a doctor guild hall. You can make a guild hall even if you don't have an established guild. And they will teach doctoring skills. But I don't know that necromancy counts as a doctoring skill in that way. Sorry about raiding and leaving. No, it's all good. Really need to go to bed. Take care, and I hope you have a great rest of your stream. Thank you. Thank you for the raid. Definitely go run off and go to bed. I know what time it is there. Yeah, thanks for the raid. Don't apologize. I'll see you around. I'll be here on Saturday. We're gonna start a new game on Saturday. We're gonna start an old game on Saturday. I think that'll be fun too. But yeah. So that might be worth doing on its own, honestly. In other fortresses, I've made a point to just make a guild hall for all the different things, just for the sake of it. This is a gigantic guild hall, by the way. You are socializing in here. Let's do this. Let's say maybe it can be next to our little library setup here. But we're just gonna do a little doctor guild. Turn this into a proper hallway. Like that? That's pretty cool. Just round it out a bit. But so guild halls will allow people to transfer their skills, right? You don't have a whole lot of direction over how and when it happens. Let's do like this. But you can potentially get a doctor sitting in here and talking about doctoring with another person, and that kind of trains them a little bit. But there's definitely not like a necromancer guild. I wonder. Oh, that's an interesting thought. As we get more and more magic stuff, is there gonna be like a mages guild? Is there gonna be like a necromancer's guild? That's an interesting thought. Don't know how that's gonna work. We made this squad, but we didn't... I told them to go grab stuff. I don't know if that's gonna work. We don't have a schedule for them yet. So I think what I want to do, I want them to have time off. Maybe I just have them at the same time. Maybe they just train all at the same time. Let's start with them all training at the same time. Inadvertently teaching necromancy? Yeah, I'm really curious. Nope, that's not the button I meant. I just want to smooth this. I don't think it'll work that way right now, but it could in the future. Who the heck knows? Okay, so we're gonna turn this into a meeting area. Hey, a strange mood. Perfect. I think I got it all. Now there's gonna be a new guild hall. Or... what's it called? Are we getting more migrants? No migrants this season. Okay. Interesting. So we're not gonna just get flooded with migrants. What's it called? Doctor Hall. Doctor should be the umbrella one, right? I think we want a Doctor Hall. The Sacrifice of Forever. The Medical Guild Hall. Do you have Popcats up to 70? I sure don't. I sure don't. It's at 200. Claimed decorate 4. Interesting. Okay. Part of it's our world. Part of it's the fact that we live in an evil biome. We live in an evil forest directly adjacent to a bunch of goblin sites. But the fact that we got these 2 migrant waves, like those are both of the migrant waves that we've gotten. And I think part of it, it's kind of mysterious to me, right? But I think part of it is because we've been going back and forth between fort mode and adventure mode. And we created this fortress and then like hopped into adventure mode almost immediately. Like we had that one guaranteed migrant wave. And we didn't even get to the second one. We had one guaranteed migrant wave, and then we went on adventure, and then we came back. And that's when we brought back all the necromancer experiments. But then we reactivated as a fortress, and then didn't get any more migrants until the previous stream. So we went maybe 15 years in game with no migrant waves. And now we've gotten 2. You get 2 guaranteed. Does it reset or something? I don't think it resets because we've gone back and forth between fort mode and adventure maybe 2 or 3 times at this location. And none of the other times we returned prompted migrant waves. So I think it's just the world is kind of more okay with us now. I mean, migration is such a mysterious thing to start with, right? There are so many factors that go into it. You are not working yet. You are, or no, you are working. Okay, good. Some boar tusk, 2 logs, and some horse bone. Have at it. Slowly getting through our giant stockpile of mamba skulls as well. So yeah, long story short, I don't know why we have not been getting migrant waves, and then I don't know why we got the 2 that we did get, and I don't know why we didn't get one this season. We also have not seen our home caravan at all in this fortress. We have never seen our home caravan. Like, we're a town. Like, we've not been elevated to a barony or anything. Because we've never seen our liaison. I don't know why. It's just mysterious. It's so mysterious. It's just a mystery. Well, it could always be the literal thousands of goblins and ogres that aren't threatening the area anymore. Right? I wonder. I don't know how those kinds of things factor into that math. I know that migration will take into account like people who have died in your fortress, because you'll get different messages. Like if you've had a lot of death, but then you get a migrant wave anyway, the message will say some migrants have decided to brave the danger or something to that effect. Like there are different circumstances under which people will migrate to you. But I don't know that that takes into account like the number of ogres in the surrounding area, right? I don't know that it's looking at anything that's happening off-site, but it could. There's just a lot of things that go into it, and I don't think it's all fully known. After the first 2 hard-coded waves, migrants will not arrive until the fortress has accumulated enough wealth, which must be reported by visitors such as merchants. Trade does not have to happen. So the fact that, I want to say the fact that we have these prophets and scholars coming and going is the only reason that the world knows about us. We've had a couple dwarven caravans. Like our home civilization has not visited us. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of mysterious. We got an artifact. Woodcrafter has created Irklum Imti, Tals's Riral, a spore tree figurine of Riris cup sloshes. Okay. Let's look at this. Let's look at this thing. Look at this figurine. Riris is surrounded by the kobold. Relates to the ascension of the kobold Riris to the position of winged one of the Serpent of Baths in 63. So because we're playing a mod, the mod changes the names of our civilization's noble position. So winged one, I think Great Winged One is like our king. But Winged One is going to be like one of the nobles. I don't know what that exactly relates to. There's some other images on it as well. So it's made out of spore tree. So let's put it in our little artifact hole. We've got a lot of figurines. There it is. Charm probably doesn't know either, right? Like, it's just... It kind of is that mysterious. A lot of dragons sitting here on fertilized eggs. Whatever. I'm tempted to kick some of them off, but I don't know that it's necessary. Okay, Spoons of Confusion. You have slowly started to figure it out. Zora has socks and gloves and a hammer and a shield and a skirt. Water skin, one boot. I still can't figure out how to get them to wear 2 boots. A mail shirt, a toga, greaves, and gauntlets. So you didn't find a breastplate. So I'm gonna put in a big order for some kobold-sized armor. I'm gonna say steel breastplate, steel mail shirt, steel greaves, steel gauntlets, steel high boots, steel helms. I'm gonna say like 20 of each of these. A, to give our armor smith some experience, and B, so that we know that we have enough. But then we should also, I guess I'll wait for them to do that a bit before I put more people in our squad. But they should, I need to assign them to be training in this location. And obviously they're off duty right this moment, but I want to see them all come up and train. I might need to make more backpacks and water skins as well. But we have some leather now. Leather backpack, leather, water skin. Let's just do 20 of each of those as well. Hey, there you are. There's Tun doing a drill. I slept in a bedroom. How blissful I am. There's our other dwarf, Cyril, doing an individual drill. And then gone. I want to see our new people show up. Zora, what are you up to? You have no job. Just hanging out in a shrine. Like you should be going up to train. At least 2. Maybe we just need more people in there for it to work. I'm gonna let's fill up this squad. Let's pick who's going in our kobold squad. And the trick is going to be, I want people who aren't doing anything else important, but that's like most people. I guess we don't want people in other squads. We don't want officials. We don't want nobles. We don't want people who hate combat. We don't want people who are maimed. We don't want people with infants. So that narrows it down pretty quick. We have Usurer, a competent spearbold. You have some other job that I don't recall. What does Usur do? You're locked to assigned tasks, but you aren't assigned a task. Why? We're very rusty. Okay. Yep, you're going in. Usur goes in. Core is just a peasant. So yeah. Glazer, novice armor user. And then stonecutter. Yeah. Not the elf, not the miners. And Shomuk is a novice wrestler. Yeah. And then a human planter. Zasi is one of our tantrumers. I recognize that name. I think I want to keep our clother safe. I think the Boyer can go in. I don't know what you're... I don't know why you're locked either. Israk? Praying to Odor. Just praying to the god of death, it's fine. Legendary Bowyer. So you created a legendary bow of some sort. But you don't have any combat experience. I think you go in. And then I'm gonna leave our beekeeper. And then this planter? Maybe a planter. Yeah, why not? Just immediately naked. Okay, go put on pants, please. Everyone go put your pants on. Making educated guesses here, but I believe there is a pool of potential migrants that are made up of existing people who are wanting to not stay where they are or would prefer to move to your fort and close enough to make the journey. I want to say there's some sort of... I want to say that it does pull from that pool, but I also want to say that if the game decides you need migrants, it will create people as migrants. Like, I've seen people show up as migrants who have no history. Like, they didn't exist until they arrived as a migrant. So I think there's some other factor as well. Do we need to make a bunch of... Oh, we're working on greaves. They have skirts. As long as they have clothes, honestly, it's fine. Okay. Does that prompt you to train? Hey, look! Orkana is down here, or up here, training. Individual combat drill. Very good. Very good. Okay. There should be people trying to put on equipment. I think the first two waves are guaranteed, or potentially generated for it. That's true. The first two are definitely guaranteed. Unless you do something silly like migrate, like retire the fort before they happen. Okay, I'll let them figure it out. And you have... What's this helmet? It's an iron helm. Wearing a lot of iron stuff. I guess they're working on it. Okay. They're working on it. They're starting to train, they're starting to get equipment. Well, they'll just work on it from there. When they start getting a little bit of skill, I'm gonna stagger them so that only one squad is on duty at a time. Okay, engraving is still happening. Looks like engraving is still an ongoing thing. Probably need a couple more wheelbarrows. I bet we need more wheelbarrows. Just do 10 more. And then this giant lizard platinum statue that we looted in adventure mode. Look at our crafts. Our crafts are just... Look at this totem stockpile. Oh my god. We need some people to show... We need a caravan to show up just so we can get rid of all this junk. That's way too much. That's way too much junk. It's a lot of junk. Starving, dehydrated... Oh, our cavy boar. Yeah. Getting a nice little population of boars. Yeah, look at that. Very cool. Hey, look at him go! Look at him go! So Shock is leading a striking demonstration. Orkana is watching. Canner is watching. And then the experiments are sparring around them. Interesting. Where'd you find all this iron stuff? I guess they can wear goblin-sized things. I'm pretty sure. We haven't had a goblin siege since we came back either. But we did kind of kick their butts. So, Canyon. I'm thinking that I like the fact that we have a natural waterfall. The fact that we have a confluence of rivers here, I think, is culturally significant. So I would love to incorporate this waterfall that we have already built on top of. We could potentially put down floor so that the waterfall ends up falling like down here. We could build a structure out here in the middle of this confluence. And then once it was done, we extend this so that the waterfall flows down through it. What if we just make like a spire in the middle of this canyon and then route the waterfall through it? Would that be interesting? Expand a canyon. I don't want to expand it too much. I want it to be mostly its natural shape. I think we can build into it a bit, but I don't want to like... I don't want to alter the natural landscape too much. I want it to be generally what it is right now. But we could... Yeah, we built up to the canyon wall in so many places. We would have to move rooms to expand the canyon in most places. Spire? Okay. So... we could kind of define a footprint, right? If it's gonna be circular... So I want it to be hollow. Right, so... at its default size... I kind of want it to not touch the edges, right? I kind of want it to be... freestanding. All the junk in our river. So maybe we do expand a tiny bit. We could shave off... we could shave off a little on this side. And shave off a little here. But I don't want to go into this wall. Because, like, this is gonna be a pain to relocate. But, like, there's nothing on this side. There's very little on this side. So we could do something maybe like that sized. And cut out a little bit on this side and a little bit on this side. And then it wouldn't be touching anywhere. Maybe this is like the entrance. Maybe this is like you come in through here and then you have to go across a little walkway here. And then this is the way down into the fortress. I wonder, I don't think we could go through the river. I don't think we could go through the river. But we could go down to like this level. And then you just go in. You could even go in through here. And this would like be our entrance. It is still going to involve people being out in the rain for a little bit, but if we start at the top, I think we would start by building a roof over this whole area, and then just building down from there, so that they would be, you know, not in the rain for most of the construction. I think that wouldn't be too hard. So if this is the footprint, then what do we do with that? You could have water. You could just have water falling straight through the middle or straight along the sides, but I kind of want to have... I want to be a river, right? I don't want to just be a waterfall. I want to be a river. So maybe like a spiraling thing? Maybe we have like two little spiraling waterfalls that go down. I think that's kind of cool. So you'd have like a little bit of river along this side on this level, and it would go down, and then you have a little river on this side and then go down, and a little river on this side and then go down, and then there would just always be like a little bit of river path on each opposite side, and a couple little bits of where water's falling down. Or maybe you have it more central. We could have the water flowing through grates so that no one gets swept away, right? Maybe stairs are on the outside, and then rivers are going through the middle, so that you have some nice, like mist action, waterfall mist action going on in the middle. Kind of like that. So maybe this very outside is going to be like the walkway. So you'd have like a ramp. You go up the ramps. And then the water kind of does little turns around the middle. Do you have faith in this fort? I kinda do. Where will all the water go? Into the river. We're just gonna be diverting a waterfall. It's just gonna be this water, instead of it falling down here, is gonna fall down through our structure and then drain out into the river. I think that's the simplest way to do it. I don't want to adjust the natural river. I want to build something that glorifies this natural river and waterfall system, right? I'm trying to edify nature, not control it. I think I have faith in this fortress to exist, at least in this state now. Like, our mood is slowly going up. Our mood is slowly going up. There are still quite a few tantrumers. There's still quite a few who are just constantly depressed. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. But I think this fort is stable now in the mood sense. So now the question is, what do we make it out of? So we've been making this stuff out of shale. We have lots of shale blocks. We could continue this aesthetic. Or we could find a different stone to make it out of. I don't know what we have a lot of, though. Claystone, conglomerate. Gold, just make the whole thing out of gold. We have to mine a lot of gold. Tetrahedrite? Could make it out of silver. Silver wouldn't be too hard, actually. We're flush with silver. That's kind of it, though. We don't have, like, a nice... We don't really have magnetite. We have marble. We're using marble for steel, but we do have quite a bit of marble. Like, this is our marble quarry. But, like, there's still marble all the way out here. This is all still marble. Marble up here, and then, like, this next level, this is all marble as well. We could make it out of marble, which is a higher value stone. So it just intrinsically makes it worth more. What if we make it out of marble? Marble would be cool. Make the structure out of marble. Fill it with porcelain statues. Cancels drink, too depressed. Can't relate. That should be the one thing that does not get canceled because of depression. Okay, so first things first. If we're gonna go through with this, we want to go into stone use and say that marble can be used for non-economic things. But I specifically want it to be used for blocks. We're gonna make like a big pile of marble blocks and then turn that back. It's quite good self-care, that, right? Must not drink when depressed. I'm too depressed. I shouldn't drink. This is unhealthy. More aware than most of us. I think we go up to our forging area, which is here. This is our marble stockpile. Which I think is how I want it. This has wheelbarrows, yep. Our stone cutting happens here. But it's honestly not even... I have to go like that. That's not too bad. Okay. I'm gonna say... what I want to do... So I don't want the marble to be used for, like, random stone jobs, which I don't think there's any going right now. Maybe it's fine. I'm gonna put in an order for, like, rock block... to like 500. It's going to be made of marble specifically. Make 500 marble blocks, which will turn in, it's going to make 500 jobs, right? So that's going to be like 1500 blocks. And then let's mine out some more of this. It's just so much marble. Okay, so our miners will work on that. Let's hide a little stockpile up here for our construction. How are we going to access this? So the first thing we need to do is make a lid. Also, mining all this out is going to be a pain in the butt. We're going to access it from... maybe we build our lid, we build our roof, then we build just a simple stair that goes all the way down so that we have access to all the floors. And it won't be a permanent stair. Then we have... I think I want to have just like one layer of air between the bottom of the spire and the top of the river. So we have, you know, it's kind of like dripping down. So this layer would be touching the top. So this I want to be the bottom of our structure. So maybe we have a little tunnel that comes out this way. I don't want them going through the hospital. I want them to leave the hospital alone if we can. So we're gonna have... oops. Oop. And like, this is not anything. This is just... we can't even access this anymore. This is just aquifer nonsense. But we can get here. I could say... So we're gonna have a tunnel that goes around like this, and then just a little ramp like that. Is that how it's supposed to work? To go ramp on this level going up. How have I never seen that before? Have I never done that? So I want to dig a upward ramp like that. Because this is our main walkway. So they can go up through here, and they'll go up through here, and they'll go out through here. I think that's fine. Of course, I want this to be higher priority than all the mining downstairs that I just designated. Oh well. So that'll be a thing. And then we're gonna wait until we have a nice stockpile of blocks. Oh, I guess that was the thing. I want a spot for the blocks, right? So I'm gonna say I could kind of even use this. I kind of forget what's happening here. I'm just gonna make a little room. It does not need to be large. But this will be for storing blocks. And now it is winter, so we did not get caravans this year. Cool. Totally not a problem or anything. Just do something like that. But initially, for like our first construction, right? For making our lid here, we're gonna want a little stockpile up here. Big project, I know enough to know this is a difficult project, and using myself as a benchmark, I'm impressed you're attempting it. I'll be very impressed if this goes off without a big flood. So will I. Fortunately, we're gonna do the water stuff last. I think that definitely benefits us. We're going to be building a dry structure and then introducing water to it. Right? If we're smart, we will also do it in such a way that we can control the water flow. So if something goes wrong, then we can turn off the water flow. That's probably the smart thing to do. But also, we're not building this in the middle of our fortress, right? We're building it on top of a river. So if we flood the thing that's sitting on top of a river, oh well, it's flooding into a river, right? I feel like this will be a complicated build, but I feel like the stakes are lower than a lot of other water features. Oh, of course, and this is all gonna be aquifer mining. That's the thing. Damp dig on, damp dig everything, please and thank you. But also, this will be some interesting problem solving. I'm sure there will be things that I'm not anticipating. That'll make me go, what the heck? Why didn't I think of that? So I'm gonna do... I guess I'm just gonna put a little stockpile here. I'm just gonna... This is a little temporary stockpile. It's going to be... specifically for marble blocks. Marble blocks. It's gonna get a wheelbarrow. It's gonna get some bins. And then I want to make sure that the other block stockpiles cannot accept them. Like this one. I don't want them here. So no marble there, and then there's our one way downstairs, right? I think this is set specifically for shale blocks. Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. I think that's fine. I want to see this happen. Probably have people down here mining our marble. Yep, they're working on it. Look at them go. Look at them go. Yeah, perfect. And all these gems too. And they're okay. Do it. Yeah, it just ramps up. Oh my god. And then these did not. Oh, does it only do on this level? I didn't catch that before. I can only designate all the things on one level at a time. That explains some of my previous frustrations. But also, I totally did not realize you could just dig ramps up. I have literally never done that before. Dig up, stupid. Right, right. Oh, let's check on our squad here. You're just missing your pants. I don't know why. Greaves and gauntlets. I'm assuming that they haven't been done yet. Yeah, they're still working through this. Okay. Proceed. And look, some marble blocks. Maybe they'll end up in that box someday. I'm gonna wait for I'm gonna actually wait for a gap in the rain. I'm gonna wait for it to tell me that the weather is cleared, and then we'll do it all at once. Just to minimize the misery. I really wonder if the weather plays a part in them migrating as well. Like, if it's just known that it's miserable to live here because of the weather, will that discourage people from migrating here? Or does it just not care? Like, what? Install colony and hive. Oh, I guess. You couldn't do that from those hives that already existed down there? Okay. Here's Korik hauling 17,863 live honeybees in his hands. I like how there's no hive involved. He's just hauling 17,000 live honeybees. Would it discourage me? It depends on how much I was expected to be outside, right? Like if I could say, oh, I'm just gonna stay inside all day, and they're not gonna make me go out there and do stuff, then it's probably fine. But if it's like, you know, you hear about a place that rains blood, and you gotta go be an outdoor farmer, I don't think I would go. I think I would hold off. I think it doesn't care about the weather unless you include saddies, and then maybe it cares why they are sad, right? Like, yeah. Because in aggregate, our mood is pretty good. Like, our mood is quite well, honestly. But the people who are upset are generally upset because it's disgusting to exist here. Imagine the smell, oh god. Please no. Hi, creature. Okay. I mean, there's some stuff here. I have no idea how much we need. Very gently. I'd like it if the blood would grow some weird crops. True. There are evil biomes with weird plants. We just aren't in one of them. But there are evil biomes where there's just like eyeballs on stalks growing out of the ground. That is a thing. Venus flytrap, just gulp, gulp, gulp. Or pitcher plants. They're just open to the rain at all times. And what are you doing? You're cleaning? So they also like want to go out and... What are you cleaning? You do not need to clean... You do not need to clean this. What even are you cleaning? Why? Why are you here? Cleaning up the vomit. Okay, that actually was a thing to clean. I don't know why you need to clean the vomit from the outside. And you're going for another beehive. Interesting. They swell to huge proportions? True. That'd be wild. Okay, there's quite a bit of marble here. Oh, bone carver and human planter are fighting. It's the same bone carver. Bone carver punches the human planter in the upper body with claw, bruising the fat through the pigtail toga. Where'd you go? Tantrum overs already. Okay. I want to see something that says that the weather has cleared. Attend a meeting. Okay. Yeah, go for it. I cannot stand the world any longer. Uneasy dwelling upon cotton freakish weather. Like, that's one of the interesting things about this game. Like, there's the bad thoughts you get about bad things happening, but then they just get caught in these loops of dwelling upon bad things happening. So you can prevent all bad things in the future from happening and they'll still be sad. Exhaustie could never go outside again for the rest of her life and still dwell upon that one time she was caught in freakish weather, and that would continue to make her sad. Or grumpy or whatever. Dwarf can get lifelong trauma from rain, but then feels mass relief being in mist from a waterfall. Yes. Yeah. I mean, those at least seem equal to me. It's intentional wetness versus unintentional wetness, right? Is there a cure for prolonged madness? If you become, I think haggard is one of them, and harrowed probably another. It's generally permanent. I have seen a couple instances where it reverses, like our necromancer, our Shem, our Gorlek necromancer, was haggard, but then like we reactivated her as an adventurer, and I think when she came back, she was fine. Oh, this all got dug. Excellent. And of course it's gonna be wet because of course. Let's just smooth it all. I don't know that's gonna really fix everything, but it's gonna do what it can. And then what? Now I need to put a door here and carve fortifications here. Hilarious. Because this is the drain. This drains into our waterfall, our primary waterfall. But I don't want water out here. Or I guess no, they're gonna go through that all the time. I want a door. I want like door here. Hello, hello. Thank you for the follow. Some dwarves just ain't got no alibi. It's true. To say nothing of kobolds. And then I do worry about this being open at all times. Not that there's anything that could really get down here. What if you give them more memories? So they do get more memories. But they're additive, right? Like the old ones, when something becomes a memory, I don't think it goes away. Like they'll have some things that stick from each season. Let's see, like most of the, like this person's fine. Let's go look at that one. Angry and sleeping. Memories going back to 117. And then there's a gap here to 121. Gratitude being rescued. Oh, bedtime for you, Jam. Okay, sounds good. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining in on that raid. I hope to see you on Saturday. Come by. We're gonna start the Discord point and click. I'm excited to start an old game. This game rocks. I'm a total noob at it. It sounds good. I've been playing for a while. I still learn something new every time I open this game. Today I learned that you can do ramps up. That seems like a thing that I should have figured out by now. Did not realize that was possible. But like these, like uneasy, sad, dejected, uneasy. These are never gonna go away. Like you'll, like triumph remembering throwing something is good. Angry dwelling upon killing somebody, interested remembering a fine restraint. Oh yeah, I think she tantrumed someone to death. Disillusioned dwelling upon being confined, learn to value self-control. Does not have self-control, but does value self-control. But like even dwelling upon old memories can itself become a memory. Like here, guilty dwelling upon being able to rest and recuperate. This is a person who was injured, was brought to a hospital, felt guilty about needing to be rescued, and then thought about it later. And thinking about that experience in retrospect continues to make her sad. That's what we're dealing with. The weather is cleared. Okay, cool. I think it cleared a minute ago, but I think we're just gonna go for it. Discworld like the Terry Pratchett books. Yes, exactly. There were a handful of point and clicks made for the Discworld game, or for the Discworld series, way back when. I want to make a thing. I want to start a habit of for myself, of playing like a 30-year-old game every year, just for the sake of it. So I was looking at games that came out in 1995. Because that's 30 years old this year. And one of them is the first of 3 Discworld point-and-click games. And then I think the second one came out a year later, and then Discworld Noir came out like maybe 2 years after that. I want to play them. I hear they're kind of rough. I hear they're kind of haggard. But I want to do it. I want to do it. Okay, well, first, where's the cat? Hi. There's a cat under here. What is the personality of that sad to be resting person? That's a good question. Creature? Lots of willpower, good kinesthetic sense, poor focus, iffy sense of music, little difficulty with words, poor memory, little patience, very bad sense of empathy, and lousy creativity. Bashful after the clothes rotted off her, currently more shameless, I think she's probably drunk. Doesn't stick with things, finds chaotic mess preferable, is often sad and dejected after being caught in freakish weather in 131. So again, even in addition to everything else, it can also just change your personality. Like, she is just inherently more sad. She's often sad and dejected because she was caught in freakish weather 6 years ago. She is dour as a rule, conflicted by this as she values parties and merrymaking because kobolds like to party. Very quick to anger after being caught in freakish weather last year, a different instance of being caught in freakish weather. Little interest in joking around, tends to think before acting after seeing a dwarf's dead body. Currently more thoughtless, occasionally overindulges. Tends to avoid physical confrontations. That's a lie. That's just a straight up lie. Prefers to present herself modestly. Tends to assume the worst 2 outcomes will be the one that comes to pass. Tries to keep her things orderly after being caught in freakish weather 2 years ago. She is a friendly individual. Disagree. Tends not to reveal personal information, conflicted by this because she dislikes this sort of concealment in the abstract. And she's drunk. Personally views decorum as a high ideal. Deeply offended by those that fail to maintain it. So yeah. She's a mess. First things first, we're gonna have to chop down some of these trees. Some of these are gonna be hard to get to. This is a place that makes hard people. Yeah. Or just destroys them. It's hard to live here, I think. Living here is a trial. Okay, so I'm gonna make our roof. We're going to make a construction that's just floors. I also want to specify my material. So I want to do specifically marble. Yeah. And then that kind of just sets it in the background, right? Oh, let's do that. And then in theory, if I go back to here and do a circle, this is going to be all marble, and I want it, I don't want it hollow. So I think I want to... We're gonna overbuild, right? Because we want to cut away some of this. We want to cut away some of this as well. I won't be cutting away on this side. That might be enough. This is temporary, so it's just kind of whatever. Let's just do that. And they'll basically have to build their way over. Hopefully there's a lot of people who aren't doing things right now. So I'm hoping a bunch of people are just going to come out and do this all at once. Yeah. Yeah. I can prioritize going straight across. I could do this. Also another strange mood, because why not? Peasant has withdrawn from society. Cool, and now it's raining elf blood, so we're gonna get stuck in the rain no matter what we do. We'll just do it all at once. We'll take our punishment, and then the rest of the construction can be sheltered. Cancels construct building at despairing. Yeah, that's how it works. Oh, and then, yeah, the Discworld stream side activity. I'm excited about that too. We'll see if it works. Well, full disclosure, I'm not entirely certain that it's possible to achieve, but if it's... We can make adjustments if that's the case. I think it's something that can be done with great difficulty, but if it turns out to be impossible, then we can iterate on it. But I'm excited for you to see it. I'm excited for you to hate it. I think it's gonna be something that's gonna give you as much frustration as I'm gonna have with Discworld. Hey, look at all the blood! Blood everywhere! Hooray! We have a woodcutter, yes? We have a woodcutter. I guess I'm just gonna lock you to that for the moment so that it gets done. Oh, you went all the way around. Go, that's not... Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right, I guess. And our moody kobold has already begun constructing. So much despair. Thanks, I hate it. Elf is stumbling around oblivious. Array. No, nothing new. Creature. You know you're not allowed up there. No. Hey, down. Hey, look, it's done. A chrysocolla chain. Claims it as a personal treasure. Okay. Taxbane, the sacrifice of mornings. Okay. It's worth 4 grand. Of course, you grab some marble for it. Sure, whatever. Creature, this animal's gonna be the end of me. Well, she behaved most of the day. I also hope that chopping down the trees does not knock out one of our people. Doing both these things at the same time might actually be a little dangerous. Yeah. Please be careful. Maybe these ones wait until they're done building over there. Just do that. You can cut these down. These seem safe. Cool. And then marble goes there. Hey, look, it's Reg. Reg is helping out. Doesn't feel anything when caught in the rain. That's what we need to do. We just need to kill everyone. then they won't care about the rain. Rick might even be faster than the average person now. That's fantastic. Okay, now we chop these trees. And now we have a nice little shelter for building in our canyon. Cool. The weather has cleared. Excellent. Now that we're done. Gonna be so much blood rain on it. I know. I know. It's just gonna... I do kind of wish rain made pools. Or like weather, like freakish weather made pools. Because like these will refill with normal rain. But I want to make like actual ponds of blood. I realize it sounds strange as I say it. But I think just having blood mechanics, just having to deal with like not water pressure, but blood pressure, I think would be hilarious. Be a very Dwarf Fortress problem to have. Flooding your fortress with blood. Oh, now it's raining again. It's just so off and on. Not only is it raining elf blood, it can't decide if it's raining elf blood. Like, you know those rains where it's just kind of like spitting a little bit, it's kind of wet for an hour, and then the sun breaks out, and then it's wet for another hour, and you can't ever decide like what you need to wear, and you don't know if you need to bring an umbrella. Imagine that, but blood. That's what we have. Okay, so that part is done. Now I want that stockpile to end up down here. I want all of my marble to be down here. Like so. You'll get a couple of wheelbarrows. And then this one goes away. And then all the wood that's up here is going to cause people to come out, like just trickle out. I think our wood stockpile is full. So I think I'm going to enlarge this just so I can get that wood inside. And we don't have to worry about people just meandering out there all the time. Oh, look at all the despair. That's more. That's higher than normal despair. Cancels clean self, despairing. They are so upset at that they're covered in elf blood rain that they can't even clean themselves. Okay, so now, hey look, it's a tetrahedrite wall. So now they should be able to just go out and grab all those logs, bring them inside, and then we'd be done. Maybe drown them a little to clean them off. I mean, they do clean off a little when they go through the waterfall, I think. Like, there is water, it's just all like really muddy. Like, let's see if we can actually identify. So you are covered in water. I see someone coming from the surface. I also just like the suggestion, maybe just drown them a little. So you were just covered in water. So you are not covered in anything somehow. You are also not. You are also not. Strange. And then they're covered in... Do they actually get covered in blood? I don't know that they actually get... Like, they're covered in water. Huh. They don't actually show up with it on their body. Interesting. Strange. I'm just gonna let them get all this wood inside, and we can call that a pausing point. Bronze and iron, man, we have better stuff. Now it is raining elf blood again, so like you, elf blood covering. Okay, so let's watch this one. Here's an elf covered in elf blood. Going back inside. Walking through a waterfall. Oh, okay. So it like went back and forth a little bit. But now it's all just water. Now this elf is not covered in elf blood, just normal water. So the waterfall does wash it off them. Probably doesn't feel like probably doesn't feel very cleansing. So are we more or less letting the experiment breeding program go? I don't know that there's anything we can do to promote that. I'm not letting the idea go entirely, but I don't know what we would do. I don't know what proactive steps we can take for it. With this last adventure, we did find more experiments in the world. There is a fortress where there's a bunch of them living, but they had no interest in joining us. They had no interest in joining Reg on his adventure, so we couldn't bring them back here. So I'm kind of just hoping... Needs marble, okay. I'm kind of just hoping that they will breed at that site, and that there will be more in the world in general. But I don't think that we are going to become the center of experiment breeding. Because none of them have... Hey, there's not that many left now. But I don't know that they're even, like, making relationships with each other. Like, Imbo is on friendly terms with Reg, passing acquaintances with a handful of others. And nothing else. Hello, Rhina. How's it going? We have done the station at other base off-screen, and they'll get married. No, we have not. Not from this fortress. But that's also tricky because currently we do not control any other sites. Like, this is a site that's controlled by our civilization, but not by this fortress. So I don't think we could send people there. And we won't get any sites under our control in that sense until we get an outpost liaison, which appears to not be happening. Needs more marble. Okay, so we go to our marble quarry here. Gigantic marble quarry. And we're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep going. Look at all this. Well, that's the edge of the map, even. They're their own people now? Kinda, yeah. I was kind of hoping to adopt them into our civilization, but they seem to be more keen to just do their own thing. So that's something to try for the medium term. Possibly. If we get an opportunity. If we get the opportunity, I'll try it, but... that's an if. Okay, that will be some marble. Because, like, if I go to you here, we just saved, right? So I can expel or send to a linked site. I think if I click, like, there's no linked site to send them to. I can just expel. Dejected after being unable to pray to Nar. We have a temple to Nar. I know we have a temple to Nar. See, all these unmet needs. It almost seems like they get into some state where they can't fulfill their needs. Relieved being near a waterfall is the only happy thought here. Delighted watching a performance. Like, they feel bad because they can't make romance. But I don't know how to like, the two of you are the same thing. The two of you can make romance. Also naked. Disdains decorum. Yeah, I guess that tracks. Another dwarf prophet. Black Mamba's been found dead. I'm gonna assume that's an old age thing again. Okay. I think we're good for the moment. We have our nice little roof. We have this whole area down here we can build through. We have a way to access it from under here. So basically we're gonna build a floor, we're gonna build a stair, and then we're gonna build this whole spire, basically all at once. All our blocks are ending up here. Perfect. Perfect. And of course the stupid water. Whatever. It's working, it'll be fine. Okay. So that's our next project. We have a project. We're training up a squad. We're trying to equip a squad. And we're building a spire. We're building a waterfall tribute. Save and return. Woo Spire! Woo Spire! Thank you all for hanging out with me today. That was pleasant. I hope that was pleasant for you as well. We have a little plan here. I do want to get our squad geared up. I think it's going to be that the other squad, Reg Squad, is going to be what we send out into the world. And we just are going to hope that the army changes that happen in this most recent patch are going to help us, and that they won't just get lost forever. I'd be very sad if that happened again. So I think we're gonna try that, and we're gonna work on building this marble spire in our canyon. Gonna make a big water feature. So that's fun. Have a good one. You too. Thanks for the stream. Fingers crossed that Reg comes home. Agreed. Gotta put laundry away. That's fair. Good luck. Come by on Saturday. We're gonna start Discworld 1995 point and click. It's gonna be rough. I'm gonna love it. But I'll have an activity for you as well. Come by on Monday and Thursday of next week. We're gonna continue on Dwarf Fortress from right here. We're gonna work on that spire. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun with capital F. We're working on water features. That's great fun for everybody, right? Today's episode is brought to you by grass. Please go touch some. And by viewers like you, clicking on buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. You're the grass that I'm laying in these days. So I appreciate you coming by and hanging out with us. Use the time to put my laundry away. Oh, okay. Oh, you got the to put away. Got it. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the button click. I like clicking buttons. I like it when people click my buttons. It's all good. So yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your week. Have a great rest of your activity. Have a great activity. Wow, that was weird. Have a great rest of your weekend. And I hope you stay kind.